Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are here with the Confederacy. We want to convince to help us to, well, save Gosetsu was his name, right? Please, how far are you come? I've got plenty to eat by the looks of it, though it's mostly the same stuff. I wonder if I trade much with outsiders. Don't know, they are pirates, maybe? A number of crates and barrels have been stored. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. Huh? Taking an interest in the ship? Huh, good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time, she was a beauty. The Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. The larger ones, like this Sekibukne, only take part in major engagements. Not if we had any of those recently, what with those Imperial bastards throwing the weight around. If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what we couldn't change, huh? Hey Alice, figured out something? Such unusual designs, unlike the standards of most nations and organizations, they have chosen to incorporate a variety of symbols. A testament to their diverse heritage? Oh, it is interesting, yeah? The arms and armor that have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Had a good look around? Then we just need to wait for Lace. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. Just as Chancellor said, I have no intention of standing up to Yotze. I don't know if you two got a different impression. I think the situation is coming to a head. I agree. It's obvious that we're struggling to survive, and they blame the Imperials for the recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that we'll come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later, and deep down they all know it. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive a coming war. So we need to prove to them that we are not all talk, but we can be valuable allies in the fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance. It wouldn't be the first time we have had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that. And you know, it won't be the last. I look around the western end of Onokor. You two take the east. Good luck. You learned Eastern Bow. So, random quests in the area. Kami, take me. What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of the ocean? A new recruit from far-flung source? Listen well, I have a task for you. Go first to Arakumo below and receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then to escape Pia and the hapless Doman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly. Okay. Seasick pirates. It does sound a bit ridiculous. I hate these invisible walls. So, I need something for seasickness. How pitiful the lot of his Doman. Unable to stomach the sea, a true Confederate could raid a dozen ships while in his cups. Maybe this one should return whence he came. Other side. Oh, crap. Okay. Ah, Ether current as well. Hey you. Why does it shift and shudder still? Lentil lover's best mate. A sack full of victuals would help the would-be pirate keep his insides on the inside. Medicines? Give them here. They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You are kind, as is Afumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. Ah, come on. That my sea beast cannot swim is ridiculous. It is it is literally a swimming animal. Hey, Amanami? You. Have you seen a bumbling clod of an aura? New recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokoro. He's late in returning. A stray boy he was, quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better than a fool who never holds his tongue, perhaps. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. Alright. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I have a job for you, Westerner, if you are courageous as well. On a beach far to the west lies the carcass of a gyoki, feathered with arrows. I would have you go and retrieve those which may still be of use. While you are about it, I should be glad if you are to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat in gyoki tails, you know. But I did say you would need to be a courageous sort, and I mean it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns his child. Okay, the mother. Yeah. Cancel that. Arrows and the tail was what you wanted, right? Yeah. Maybe I should bring the tail of my mother as well, but I guess too late. Nothing here. Young Ironman lurking behind the rocks to the west. Who are you? I do not... You do not look like a woman of the Confederacy. Forgive me, it was but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worried that she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest on a boat and pushed her out till the currents claimed it. The sea is our home, now and ever after. But those sent thither with burdened heart may drift back to shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters, and lost her life for it. But my vigils ended, her vessel has not returned to Onokoro. She has made peace with this life, and placed her faith in us to live on. Okay, your recruit back? So what of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? What? All this time he was standing watch for the funerary vessel? Huh. So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It's good that you went in my stead, as I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please, accept this as a token of my gratitude. Tiny amounts of money. And your meat. And your arrows. I see I did not just misjudge you. Thank you for your help. Would that I could have tended to my own kill, but such is life. I pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting gyoki as game, but as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. Arrows too must be reused when possible. A prudent measure become necessary, alas. With many a passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day we shall have full bellies, and in that we must take solace. And wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful gyoki by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. The Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tossed and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it's not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He's hardly the first, after all. The captain, too, was once of Doma, but he cast all aside 25 years ago when the Imperials took his land and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you two will renounce your ties and join us someday? I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Tansuri unfolded all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. Yes, Grilled Turban. Great name. You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything? Now that you mention it? Lately we've had trouble with ravenous sharks that been leaping out of the waters and making off with our fish. Damnest thing, I know. But you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. We've got to cull the thieving bastards regularly. So happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of those rotten fish as bait. I'll not be needing them. Oh, and maybe see if you can't find the other group. You have been away longer than I like. Flying sharks! You're just a rare mob and... Is that a Kojin? Hey, Kojin! You alright? Oh, Kami be praised. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? Nope. Damn. Before the Kojin started chasing us, the leader asked us if we were Doman. But Yotsu's catches. I know it. First Isari and now this. I've got to tell Rasha and the others. We've been keeping busy. How about... Oh no, you got that look. What happened now? Ah, there you are, Serenia. I heard you went shark hunting. We too did our fair share of beast culling, though I think Lise made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I'm told. I should like to think we have proven ourselves to be rather... Why do I get the feeling you have something important to tell me? Coaching mercenaries running up Doman Confederates? Surely Yotsu has crossed the line now. We must go and speak with Rasha immediately. Even he cannot deny this changes everything. At least, I should like to think that he cannot. I don't know. People who are afraid act irrational. See anything?
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds, we owe you many thanks. But something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
Kinda, yeah?
They had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this. They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction.
Yeah.
So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path.
But how long can you keep that up? Really? Eventually you have to fight. And it could well be that by then you are far weaker than you are now. And have slender chances you had now.
Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
And as we were seeing, it is exactly the other way around. They grow stronger while you grow weaker. The longer you delay, the weaker you are.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is.
That sounds interesting.
The question being, do you trust me?
Ask me again later.
We can't stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice. If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Dome, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade, and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
Huh. I hope you have a plan how we do that.
What, the three of you, just like that?
Yeah, just like that.
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on her own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome.
Oh, just me. Thank you.
If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Okay, but with that I end this episode, and a lot of opened up, and here's probably another ether current, so yeah. Next time we continue here and try to rob the Garleans of the support of a Kojin. Until then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.